To a time when billions of viewers receiving information from low-orbiting satellites above the globe could, if they wished, pass on what they received to others. Fixing a date when a technology begins is often problematic. In the case of our current technology, certainly Heinrich Hertz's proof of the existence of electromagnetic waves in 1887, Guglielmo Marconi's demonstration of wireless in 1894, and Sir J. Thomson's discovery of the electron in 1897 are significant. These men built upon the prior work and theories of Michael Faraday, Joseph Henry, and James Clerk Maxwell. At the beginning of the 20th century, three Americans employed the knowledge of the past to create the foundations for modern electronics and our digital age. Lee De Forest, who had invented the three-element vacuum tube; Edwin Howard Armstrong, the genius who discovered the fundamental circuits that made broadcasting and receiving possible, and whose invention and experiments with wideband FM laid the groundwork for world communication; and David Sarnoff, not an inventor but a sagacious entrepreneur who, as head of RCA and NBC, was at the forefront of technical development and broadcasting for half a century. De Forest, Armstrong, and Sarnoff were each self-assured and headstrong in ways that often brought them into a prolonged and hostile drama worthy of a classical writer such as Aeschylus or Sophocles. Still, it was a 20th century American drama played before a backdrop of change that included the expansion of wealth, the rise of corporations, the development of mass culture, and war. And these protagonists possessed all the qualities of character the ancients understood so well: virtue and vice, integrity and fraud, honor and greed, idealism and ambition, jealousy and envy, pride and genius. Lee De Forest possessed all the dreams and vices of an incurable romantic. The son of a stern Congregationalist minister, De Forest's mind was filled with passionate and often conflicting desires: to do good, to make a fortune, to improve the world, to become famous. He duly recorded in a voluminous diary he kept of his yielding to impulses of cynicism and callousness, distrust and jealousy. First exhibited in his youth, these characteristics remained with him throughout his life. At times in his erratic career, he was a willing partner in deception and fraud. Each of De Forest's nearly 20 radio-telephone companies ended in bankruptcy, and sometimes their officers faced criminal charges. Still, his dreams and aspirations were often prescient. One of the earliest to envision what he called a radio-telephone, a prototype of today's radio receiver, De Forest broadcast opera and music from his laboratory in New York City as early as 1907. His desire to find a new way to capture sound on radio waves led him to create the three-element radio tube, what he called the Audion. Though he stumbled upon his discovery and did not fully comprehend its operation, Lee De Forest's Audion remains the key invention underlying the modern electronic circuits that are part of our daily lives. Edwin Howard Armstrong possessed the force of genius in his understanding of electromagnetic waves. His discoveries unleashed the potential of electronic communication to the world. Understanding the properties of De Forest's Audion tube that had eluded its inventor, Armstrong created a circuit that turned it into a powerful instrument of receiving and transmitting radio waves. He created a novel way of tuning that is the basis of every radio and television today. And above all, Armstrong created an entirely new type of broadcasting system, wideband frequency modulation, which listeners would come to call FM. His inventions made him the largest shareholder in the Radio Corporation of America at one point, and brought him additional millions from other companies. Though endowed with a remarkable ability for creative thinking and for challenging accepted beliefs and assumptions about